All right, I'd like to welcome you to the DEACON DARYL Show, a youth health and wellness show located at the church at Victorville, radio station KYCN. Today we have a few coaches here in the studio with us that are going to be discussing their role in mentoring and the health and wellness of the kids in the high desert of California right now. Go ahead and introduce yourself, coaches.
Yeah, my name is Coach Roy. I'm with the High Desert Huskies as a commissioner, and I'm here. I'd like to thank first and foremost, God, and I'd like to thank my friend Deacon Daryl for having me be a part of this show.
My name is Coach Johnson, Jeffrey Johnson. I'm with the High Desert Huskies, also a coach for M&D. And first and foremost, I would like to thank God and thank Deacon Daryl and my fellow coaches for coming out here to continue to support our children as we do on a daily basis.
Coach Matt Parham, HD Huskies. Thank you for having us.
Well, first off, let me thank you guys for making it into the studio this evening. Definitely appreciate it. Known you guys for a few years now. Know you guys are some of the cream of the crop as far as coaches and mentors go. And we were talking earlier about consistency, man. And we definitely know that there's levels to coaching. A lot of different levels to this. If a lot of people that aren't familiar with me, I've been coaching for over 20 years. Started coaching NFL youth flag football back in Jackson, Mississippi. I was working at an elementary school where in the state of Mississippi they took PE out of the elementary schools. So what I was seeing was a bunch of fifth graders that were weighing 300 pounds, no physical activity at home other than maybe video games, working the thumbs. So I took it upon myself to start a youth flag football team at the school. And it wound up growing into a nonprofit organization that I started called Future Athletes of Mississippi. When we went from flag football, I wound up having 3 or 4 flag football teams to 4 or 5 tackle football teams. Started throwing basketball camps, things of that nature, just really to keep the community healthy and aware of how important health and wellness is with kids. And proud to be back in California where I'm kind of picking up where I left off still. Doing a lot of health and wellness projects with kids out here. I was also a sports director for the YMCA for a while. Worked with the Think Together After School program here in Victorville for about 4.5 years at Challenger School of Sports and Fitness, where my office was in the gym. So sports was a regular routine with us. I had 110 kids in the program, and we kept them physically active daily. So I am someone who really understands and appreciates and has seen the results of whole health and wellness with kids. And that's another thing I've seen with these 3 gentlemen sitting in front of me. Let's go to you, Coach Roy. Talk to me about some of the things that, your experience with coaching and your background and, some of the things you got going on right now.
Oh, yes, sir, Deacon Daryl. First of all, coaching is more to it than just the physical aspect of the game. It's mentally, I found out, as far as health and welfare is concerned, it's a mental challenge for a lot of these kids. And if you can get inside their brain and have them expand their thought processes out, they can be very, very successful, not only as an athlete, but in life. It's more to sports than just playing football, It's about being able to handle yourself, being a good scholar, a good man out there in those streets. Because the people don't respect you just as an athlete, they respect you for your thoughts. And if you can think and be in the game, you can survive in life. You can achieve more than you think you can achieve. And I'm surrounding myself with people like you, Coach Jeff and Coach Matt. It helps me more because they're on that mental aspect too. Mentality is everything. If you don't have mentality, you have kids going out committing suicide and doing all other crazy things. But mentality, that's a big, big part of health and welfare in sports today.
Oh, most definitely. So tell me your role with the organization, Coach Roy. Tell me your role with the Huskies.
Well, for a while I've been dealing with my boy Jeff, and he's been on me. I've been here and there coaching in different organizations. So he sat me down and had a good talk to me. And he told me, he said, hey, listen, I want you to be the commissioner of this organization, and I want you to rock with me and help me support these kids and raise up some young men. And I was like, wow, I respect that. Okay, I'll take that position. And from there on out, he's just, been on me and helped me develop myself as far as dealing with life situations, introducing me to good people like Coach Gali, I wish he was here with us right now. M&D, shout out to you guys, where they help the kids physically and mentally. They want you to be healthy. They teach you to hydrate yourself. They teach you to work the program the right way. It's exercises for everybody, but if you do them wrong, it could be harmful to your body. They teach them mentality. It's more of a mental thing out here than anything else, and I'm loving this part of the game.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. Word on the street, you got some things dealing with boxing or something coming to the high desert. Talk to me about that.
Oh yeah, that's definitely. I deal with Coach Dominique Sherman, Dom King. He already have a program out here. Help defend the kids that are being bullied. We got some plaques. We'll shoot some further information to you about that. A couple of professional boxers, a couple of amateur boxers, and anybody out there got problems, just have your kids come see us. Get in contact with Deacon Daryl, and we can teach your kids some more discipline in this boxing field. It's all about discipline. They'll be a lot better if you send them this way.
Oh, most definitely. That's the business, man. That's what's up. Coach Jeff, talk to me, man. Talk to me. I've known Coach Jeff for a while, man, through NJB. Man, seems like I see Coach Jeff on every field and every gym that I go to, man. And it's always positive, man. He's always doing something amazing for these kids. He's always doing life-changing things for these kids, man. Talk about some of the things that you got going on with the Huskies, with TNT, M&D. Like I said, I see you guys everywhere. I see you guys at USC, UCLA, Fontana. Yeah. You guys are everywhere giving these kids, man, some of the most amazing experiences that they could ever have, man. Talk to me about that, brother.
Right. I just wanted to address one of the things that you said is giving these kids the experience, and that's the forefront focus of what it is that I do and why I do what I do, and why I surround myself with the men that I surround myself with in order to provide an avenue and a platform for the kids. Because if it's not about the kids, then you in it for the wrong reason. So I just want to say that first and foremost. Currently this year we started our organization, the High Desert Huskies Youth Football League. We currently have a 10U and an 11U. We are in the Flow League, which is the Flow Rider Football League. It's actually a nationally known football league.
Flow Rider, like the rapper Flow Rider?
Yeah, the rapper Flow Rider, man. So you know how Snoop Dogg.
Oh yeah, Snoop started. He got the other rappers getting involved.
And so Florida. So and this is where the highest level of competition lies within the United States of America.
Definitely.
So our boys are constantly competing at the highest level, and it's not just on the field. Just to kind of go into more in depth of why we have to continuously prepare our children mentally and spiritually as well as physically to be able to deal with adversity on the highest level, being the simple fact that it's constantly going to come. They're never going to be able to avoid it. It's always going to be there. So we have to prepare them in order to deal with it and continue to strive and continue to be successful. So, we started this league this year. Me and my foundation, I say my foundation, my brother Matt Parham, his wife, Kiva Parham, my OG partner, Roy Isaiah.
Shout out Kiva Parham, think together, shout out.
That kind of leads into some of what I really wanted to express and really wanted to emphasize on. And I'm a strong believer it takes a village to raise a child, So, I know for a fact that my child will be mentally taken care of as well as physically taken care of when not in my presence in either one of these men or my sister's presence. So that is what we're about, as far as with the HD Huskies go. Also M&D, mom and dad, do's and don'ts. Gali Wadu, great brother, met him, man, a few years ago, and we just linked. And the reason that we linked is because of the simple fact that we have these same goals, and the same goals are these children, to put them in a better position to create a better future, not only for myself but for them, and he's a great guy. He's doing great things over at TNT, over on Park Ave in Victorville off of Palmdale, right next to the Boot Barn. He also is starting a school program a school program this year.
Yeah, I heard a little something about that, man. I was talking to some guys the other day, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna have these guys in the studio this coming up weekend, man. Let's build on that. What kind of school you guys got going on?
So basically, what it is it's a 8th grade, junior high school, to where it's an athletic school. So you bring your child, they sign up. It's recognized by the state. They get all the recognition as they would in any public school, all the credits that they would need in order to continue to further their education. But they also get the opportunity to work out at a training facility with the top-notch equipment, with top-notch trainers, to continue to develop them in whatever sport it is that they're going to be majoring in as they continue in their careers.
Wow, that's big.
Yes, sir.
That's big. That's like we were talking. There's levels of this.
Yes, sir.
There's levels.
Yes,
of this.
sir.
A lot of brothers, get into this with good intentions. They love coaching. They love helping the kids. But when you take it to that level where you're educating the kids and physically helping the kids, I mean, you're giving them a roadmap. You're definitely giving them a roadmap, man. That's major. That's major. Brother Parm, how you doing over there, sir?
Hey, what's up?
My buddy from the Victorville NJB, Think Together family, worked with his kids for years. Father of Shaheem Parm, one of the number one kids in the country on the basketball court. Number one point guards. Nobody can see him. How you doing over there, sir? Talk to me.
I'm good, and yourself?
Man, I'm good, man. It's good to see you in the studio. Talk to me about your relationship with the Huskies, man.
With the Huskies, I'm coaching running backs over there with the Huskies.
Okay.
Been with this group of guys for it's going on a couple years now.
Right.
I think we've been rocking for about 4 or 5 years,
Right,
actually.
right.
Some of the same kids, same coaches.
Right. Jerseys changed, but the family stays the same, man. I've been seeing that.
We have the same goals. It's about the kids, nothing else.
Right.
Getting the kids right.
Right.
Physically, mentally. Kids need rides. Kids need a lunch. Anything.
Right.
We got them.
Right. Most definitely. That's what it's all about. Community service. You gotta first be a community servant to even participate in community service, man. And it's something that's hard to do. A lot of brothers aren't ready for that. All right, back to you, Coach Roy. Talk to us about your background in coaching. What got you started in coaching, and when did that take place?
Wow, I'll be 53 in September the 27th. So I was about 19, 20, and I was born and raised in South Central LA. I actually lived on the east side when I met my wife. I was a part of the demo organization. My kids, my son and my daughter cheered there. My son played football there. So I respected those coaches. And as I moved to Inglewood, I saw nothing but danger for these kids out there. Nothing for them but danger. So I took my nieces, my nephews, everybody, and we started going playing basketball. From there on out, I started coaching, and it's been, wow, just wonderful, man. I came up to the high desert. I met some good people, and, man, it's for the kids, man. If it's not for the kids, it's nothing out there, and I love it. I wouldn't change anything in the world for it.
Most definitely. All right, Coach Jeff, talk to me about your specific programs that you have your hands on, the Huskies, the training centers, things of that nature. What is it that you're looking for these kids and their families as a whole to really get out of these programs?
Well, once again, Deacon, you hit it right on the head. Family, and that's what it is. It's the family atmosphere. It's the family presence that is gonna get us through these times in our society. And basically, in order to have a successful family, in order to have a healthy family, you have to touch on every aspect of the being, which is the mind, the body, and the soul. And it has to be balanced. So, like with my boys, I let them know, you're gonna make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes, but you have to learn how to manage those mistakes and start to eliminate those mistakes. So mentally, what that is doing is that's instilling in them to know, hey, even on the football field, as well as in the classroom, as well as in the community, if I make a mistake, I need to acknowledge the mistake that I've made and learn how to manage my decision making in order to not continue to make the same mistakes. And so that's one of the things that we install, as well as hard work. hard work. You know, that's a big thing with my boys, with my families, and I tell their parents as well. You got to put in the work just as much as the child has to put in the work, because if you're not leading by example and you're not putting in that work, how can you expect them to really receive the full benefit out of their lives at this point in time? And so that's a requirement, and wherever it lacks, I pick it up at, or one of my coaches, or I call them brothers, they pick it up at. So, you know, like I said in the beginning, it's a family atmosphere that I promote, and it starts with love, man. The love for self, the love for one another, and the love for our community, you know. And if we continue to focus on those strong points, that I'm 28 kids' dad when they step on that football field, you know, and they have 4 other dads that are standing here, you know, and, you know, with that mentality, I believe that we'll overcome a lot of the struggles, a lot of the conflict, a lot of the downfalls in our community, whether it be drugs, whether it be obesity, whether it be neglect, whether it be abuse, whether it be lack of attention. We'll be able to overcome that if we maintain the mentality that this is a family, and everything that we do is about building together and one another.
Most definitely. That's what's up, brother. All right, we got Coach Matt Parham in the house. Where do I start about Matt, man? He's one of the best coaches that we have here in the High Desert. I'm a true testament to that, because he's been on the sideline across from me in a number of different gyms, and just seems to always put it to my squads for some reason, man. We'll beat a team by 50 and then show up in the gym against Matt's team and lose by 50. I don't know what it is, man, but he's a great coach, great mentor. I worked with his wife for years, so you know, I know what's going on at that household, man. They're just doing some amazing things for their kids and for the kids in the community. So, Coach Parham, let me steal some game from you real quick and figure out how you keep on smashing me on the sidelines, man. Talking to me, what are you putting in these kids' heads, man? What would you describe your coaching style as? What would you describe your style?
All right, we'll start with football first. So,
yeah, you never got me on the football field. It's just strictly gym that way. So yeah, give me some football game first.
On the football field, I'm more of the laid back coach. So I talk to them calmly. I don't get too loud, and they respond.
Okay.
I don't know if they will respond to everybody like that, but
Right.
that style works for me.
Right. Okay.
Now on the basketball court, it's a different
let me
animal.
tighten my headphones up for this one. Right.
So on the basketball court, we running and gunning, we pressing literally the whole game, unless you know we're in a situation where we have to call off the press due to rules and stuff like that. Offensively,
I think that was a jab. I think that was a jab in my reels right there. Yeah, man.
Offensively, we may run 3 or 4 sets.
Gotcha.
Not too many sets. We're looking to run and gun, man. Like the old UNLV.
Oh yeah. That's my favorite squad from back in the Stacey Augman, Larry
Yes,
Johnson,
sir.
all day,
Yes, sir.
all day. George Ackles. Who remember George Ackles, man, dunking on everybody back in the day. Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm a witness to Matt's coaching style on the basketball court. It's a little different than his football style, man. He has those kids up and down the court, man. But what I've noticed, he always has their full attention. He always gets his kids full respect, and that's the reason I enjoy coaching across the sidelines from you, man, in the gym, man. Because you know, I take my lumps, but it's worth it just seeing your relationship with those kids, seeing how they respond to you. Seeing how they never play angry, you know, they might be down by 5 or up by 50, man. They still have the same temperament, man. That has a lot to say about their coach, man. You keep them on that level playing ground, man. But man, I don't even know what to say now. I almost want to cry right now. I'm starting to think about some of the whoopings they done put on us, man. I'm almost tearing up, man. But hey, you're an amazing coach, man. And hey, just keep doing what you're doing on the sideline, on both sidelines, football and basketball.
Thank you, appreciate it.
All right, well, this is our second segment of the show where we wanted to bring in some of the kids from the community, some of the kids that are being blessed by these mentors and coaches that we have up here in the High Desert. Guys, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves?
My name is Kamari Lewis. I play for 10U and for the High Desert Huskies. My name is Jeffrey Johnson, and I play for 10U for the High Desert Huskies.
My name is Joel Parm. I play for High Desert Huskies. My name is Nehemiah Wilson. I play for the 11U High Desert Huskies.
That's what's up, guys. Glad to have you guys in the studio. Don't be nervous. Just relax and chill. Y'all know me. I know you guys. Just relax, have a good time. Answer the questions to the best of your ability, man. Keep it real, and you can never go wrong, right? Cool beans. All right, so when and how did you become involved in sports? At what age did you start playing sports? Talk to me.
I started playing sports when I was 4, and my first sport was basketball. And as soon as I played my first game, I knew that I liked basketball.
Okay, that's what's up. What about you, Jeff?
Well, my first sport was soccer. And
Most kids started soccer, but soccer, what a lot of people don't realize, soccer is one of the best sports for you to get involved with because it helps your footwork, and that footwork can go into football, basketball, any other sports you play. So yeah, talk to me about that. How did you enjoy soccer? Did you like it?
yeah, I liked it, but I really didn't like it more. I liked football more than soccer because it was more contact and.
Oh, you're a tough guy, huh, Jeff? You like a little contact, huh? Soccer, they were raising the yellow flag on you when you get too physical in soccer, huh?
Yep.
Okay, that's what's up. What about you, Juju?
My first sport was basketball, and we had like little courts, and my favorite thing was to dunk on little kids.
And you know what? I recall seeing some of those videos on Facebook that your dad posted with Juju along with a bunch of other 4-year-olds getting dunked on by Juju. That was, I mean, hey, when you got it, you got it. You know what I'm saying? Some of the kids were picking flowers and, you know, running over to their mama to get something to drink, and Juju was on the court dunking on other kids at 4 years old. That's what's up, man. Talk to me. What was your first sport?
My first sport, I was about 6 years old. Played for the Junior Hawks, and I wasn't getting much play time.
Junior Hawks, that's football?
Yeah, for football.
Okay.
That was like playing daddy ball, but then I went over to Coach Johnson, and then we had a good season. I played defensive end, had 40 sacks.
40 sacks. Wow, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Well, talk to me about what do you love most about playing sports?
What I love most about playing sports is the competitiveness
Okay.
and the contact.
Competitiveness and contact, like old Jeff over there, huh? Jeff said soccer didn't have enough contact for him. He wanted to get on the football field. What do you like most about playing youth sports, Jeff?
What I like about most is the competitive and how other people want to win, but you still you don't want them to win. And I don't really know what to say.
Yeah, that's competitiveness. Yeah, it's competing against other people and, you know, trying to win. Okay, cool. What about you, Juju? What do you like most about playing youth sports?
The fundamentals and the competition.
Learn fundamentals and competition. What do you mean by fundamentals? What type of fundamentals?
Like, you could do one-on-ones against people. You could juke people out.
Okay, so learning new moves and things like that on the court that you can actually use in the game, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What do you like most about playing youth sports right now?
I like to get better.
Okay.
It's fun, the competition, and just, having fun.
Okay, that's what's up. What do you guys enjoy most about being with the Huskies, specifically the Huskies program? What do you like about the Huskies?
I like to play with the people that I knew, and from other teams with the Huskies, because I feel more comfortable around them. And they're like family to me.
Okay. What about the coaches? What do you think about the coaches with the Huskies? How they treating you over there?
They sometimes they'll be hard on us, but at the end we're all the same kind of people, and we're all good.
Okay. Talk to me, Jeff. What do you like most about playing with the High Desert Huskies?
Well, mostly because of the competitive, set down, but it's really competitive, and I want to challenge myself.
Okay.
And just really challenging to me.
What do you think about the coaches over there? How they treating you?
Well, they go hard on us, but it's for a good reason, to get us better.
Okay.
And to help us work on the stuff that we need to work on.
Okay, that's what's up. What about you, Juju? What you like about the Huskies?
I like about the Huskies that We got most of the good players, like me.
Got an all-star squad over there. What y'all doing over there, Jeff? Y'all stacking over there, Jeff? Y'all stacking? I know some talent in this room right now, man. You know, what you guys got going on? What about the coaches? How the coaches treating you, Juju?
I think we got the best coaches in the HD. They go hard on us, but we get better.
Okay, you seeing results from them going hard. What do you mean by they go hard on you? Expand on that. How they going hard on you?
Like, if we're doing push-ups, they tell us not to cheat ourselves. If we're running laps, finish all your laps, and just don't cheat.
Good point. How those Huskies treating you, buddy?
Alright, so I'm playing for the 11U, so I'm not really playing with my friends like them.
Okay.
But like, I'm playing with different people, so I like to like get them better, get myself better, and I just like the coaches because they go hard on us, like Juju said. They like push us to the limit.
Okay. All right, guys. Based on your world travels, you know, I've seen you guys over the last couple of months on Facebook and Instagram traveling with the Huskies. Man, I've seen you guys going to USC, UCLA, seen you in Fontana at all-star camps, things of that nature. What have you guys seen other places that, you know, we might be lacking here in the high desert, so that, you know, some of the coaches and mentors that are here in the desert, if they hear this show, some things they might bring up here?
I would like to see more football tournaments and camps, because when we went to the Lacebacks camp, we went to tours.
Shout out Lacebacks.
We went on tours, but in here when we have camps, we don't go on any tours.
Okay. So more real professional, organized camps where you get to really go places and do some major things. That makes sense. We're trying to make that happen. What about you, Jeff?
Well, I would like to see more kid camps, not like kid camps, like kid gyms, like where when the other, like when your dad or your mom is working out, like where you could work out as a kid.
Okay.
Like work on your feet, work your arm, your strength.
Got you. A whole family gym but more elite training for the kids.
Yeah, like not just like basketball or. Just
Right. I got you. That makes a lot of sense. What about you, Juju? You've been a world traveler. You've been dunking on kids since you were 4. So you've been in a lot of places, man. What would you like to see up here in the high desert?
I want to see more camps because, like, the camps we go to, they don't give out like awards where you get 15% off on Nike and all that. But if we go to Lacebacks camp AB, they'll give you awards like visors and all that. But out here they just give you a trophy.
Okay, so more corporate sponsored camps. So that's a heads up to all the businesses out here that are listening to this show. These kids need you. These kids are asking for you to reach out and, you know, make these camps much more fun and big experience for them, you know. Let them get some leggings. Let them get some free gloves at some of these camps. Let them get a couple of things that they're seeing down the hill at other camps. What about you, buddy?
I would like to see, like, more camps, like they said, and more competition, more teams, more home games and stuff. Like, more teams so that we could play more games out here.
Got you. That's something that I agree with also. That's something I've been looking forward to and hoping that happens, that more coaches, more mentors. That's one of the reasons I did this show was I want a lot of people to hear this and maybe see the video and whatever we post on social media to just reach out to the community. You don't have to be a professional at anything to mentor someone in that particular field. So a lot of dads want to get into coaching, but they think, well, you know, I didn't play for this college, or I didn't make it to the NFL. But if you feel like you have something to offer the community, you can always learn it. But you got to put your foot out there and get involved in the community first and see what's out there. There's other coaches out here who can train you as far as, you know, what you need to know. Your heart just has to be in it. As long as your heart is in it, God's going to make sure that everything else, you know, happens and follows through to where you can be successful at it, especially with these kids. If your heart is in it and you put God in it and your intent is always good, you'll be successful at it. So that's a challenge to a lot of dads and moms out there Hey, moms coach too. I've seen a lot of moms on the basketball court, man. Couple moms have gotten with some of my teams and almost put us to shame. But you know, if your heart is in it, you put God in it, you can make it happen. And so coaches, wannabe coaches, future coaches. There's a lot of kids. I've had kids coach when I was working at Think Together. I was working with certain. Shout out to the Gilberts, Marcus, Malachi. What's the other Gilbert brother? Mason. My bad, Mason. But working with them for a few years, wound up seeing my impression rub off on them to where when we had younger kids come into our program, they'd pull them to the side and actually were training them and coaching them, putting whistles around their neck, refereeing games for the younger kids. So, you know, you're never too young or too old to really get involved in any form of community service. And, you know, these kids are going on to be successful. They're going to be successful in life. And, you know, it started with mentors like myself and like the other coaches that we had here this evening on the show getting involved. So you guys remember that too here in the studio. You guys remember that. You're never too young or too old to mentor or help somebody else out. You know, if it's something that you feel like you're good at, hey, help somebody else learn how to be good at it also. All right. Good work, guys. We're going to sign off for now. That's the end of our show here. Hopefully this will be the first of many to come. Shout out to the church at Victorville for giving us an opportunity to record here at KYCN Studios here in the heart of Victorville, doing some big things out of this studio, guys. You guys are just going to be amazed at some of the things that you see and hear come out of this place. It's going to be an amazing, amazing journey. Shout out to Victorville, Apple Valley, Hesperia, Atalanto, Barstow, and everybody within the sound of my voice. Deacon Daryl signing out.